What's going on, everybody? So, just want to piggyback off of the commentary that was done on Tiva's Live today, and where I see that there's a disconnect and a misunderstanding, and I understand the reason why. The reason why it's such a misunderstanding of why there were opinions about the way certain situations was handled and the way a woman was spoken to is because it wasn't the fact that two people were going at each other. It was the simple fact of what was said out of one person's mouth to the other person. And the reason why I myself had an issue with that is because I am a woman of a certain age, and I didn't come from that. Men don't talk to women like that. And if they do, the women either remove themselves from that situation or they would usually have them dealt with, because men don't disrespect women like that. But I do understand where I'm at, and I do understand what generation I am amongst, okay? Y'all are a younger generation and y'all think different. There are a couple of issues with that. Y'all way of thinking is y'all are very, very insensitive. Y'all don't find fault. Y'all don't find issue. Y'all don't find anything wrong with disrespect. The level of disrespect that y'all take from each other is outrageous. Y'all say some of the nastiest things and y'all really y'all look at it as it's just roasting and gagging. But y'all really go for people sensitive, the most deepest and sensitive and personal aspect of a person's life, and y'all find it funny. That's insensitive, and y'all are desensitized, and that is y'all generation. Our generation don't come from that, but I don't fault y'all, because to be quite honest, we are the ones who raised y'all to be the way y'all are. So in hindsight, it's our fault that y'all are like that. We, though, had grandmothers, praying grandmothers who was respected and the matriarch of the family, and they were respected. Matter of fact, we respect our elders so much that we had older cousins that we call aunts. We had older cousins that we call aunts and uncles to this day. That was the level of respect, and we wouldn't talk to them in such a manner. Now, I don't care if they cussed us out. There was still only so far we would go with them because we respected our elders. That's gone. We didn't teach y'all to do the same. So therefore, y'all don't have that respect. Another thing I want to say is that young man, Lemon, this wasn't the first time or the first woman I heard him go in on. And I also noticed that it's a buildup. When he's under the assumption of alcohol, under the influence of alcohol, the more he drinks, the more truth come out. And me being older and knowing what that is deeper than anybody, any stranger on a panel. He unleashes things that's deep within, and he just explodes, like he throw up on whoever makes him mad at the time. So that's the angle I looked at it as. And is it judgmental? No, it's not judgmental. I'm just pointing out something that you know is true, but y'all would rather fight with the person that says it instead of listening. Because y'all don't like a certain person, y'all join in. Y'all think it's fun. Y'all want more. I just don't do that. And I'm not going to start. Does that mean that I don't like you? No. That just means that's something about you that I ain't with. So you handle the person, you treat the person the way you want to be treated. And that's just it. And I don't know what's so hard to understand that. I really don't. It wasn't personal. It wasn't to drag or like come at anyone. We're just speaking about what we heard, what we seen, what we witnessed. And when it came to Chat Rep, it wasn't taking sides. Honestly, it really wasn't. But me being a woman, heard it in her voice that she didn't understand why you was coming at her like that. It's not the argument. Again, it was what was said in the argument. You said you would piss on her. You said she come from her mother and her father slept together and had her. You called her all types of B's, all types of dirty, ugly, this and that. That came from deep. You really felt that way. And when you don't like somebody and really want to hurt them and want them to just, like, you have no respect about how they would feel or anything, that's how you would talk to that person. That's how I seen you talk to her. And again, that's how I seen you talk to Divine. They pushed you to the limit. That's what I heard you say tonight. That's fine. You can be pushed to the limit. A lot of us can get pushed to the limit. But it's how you respond to that. And maybe the older you get, you'll get some self-control with that. But I'm really, really surprised at the women. I really, really am. Because y'all really excuse that. Y'all explain yourselves away. Like, yeah, you did it, but please don't be mad at me. Like, I really don't, you know, I'm not that. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It will be you next. Yeah. And if it won't be you, if you wouldn't tolerate it, why is it okay for him to do it to somebody, another woman? Answer those questions for me. I mean, you don't have to. I just be talking when I say stuff like that. Because a lot of y'all don't really answer it. But I know you hear me, though. You hear me. So again, I don't want nobody to be offended. I'm just an older woman speaking on things that I see. And I'm being respectful with it. But I can have an opinion and I can say that. But when I say these things, I don't say it for you to get angry. I say it so that you can actually think about it and do better. Because you can do better. And you would want to do better. Who wants to walk around mean and doing spiteful things to each other every day? Why? And this is another thing why I don't think a lot of you even know what love is. Y'all are unloved. Y'all don't know what it feels like for someone to treat you good, to be good to you, to be loyal to you, to be true to you, to love on you. Y'all don't know how that feels. Because if you did, there is no way in the world you can be filled with so much love and come out here and spill so much hate. It don't add up. It don't make sense. And if that's your truth, that's okay. But what's not okay is to be in denial with that. Because that is not normal. Peace.